for the money, yeah, 2 for the show. I love Shot City, yeah, I'm reppin' to go. You can catch me on the low with Pam G. Niggas say they got it locked, she the key. Double S, that's the crew, ain't nothing telling me. Yeah, I'm killing these rappers, felony. So this our production is not.
Yeah. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's hump day. And I'm your girl, your favorite vibe dealer, Pam G, with the Low for Show. SouthsideRadio.live, Chicago, Dalton. You know what it is. What's good, everybody? What's good? Y'all know what time it is. You know, as always, I got a hot show for you today. Man. You know what? You know what else I realized? I realized that man is my favorite filler word. So y'all gotta bear with me as I try to correct that. But it's all good. Hey, check it out. I got MegantheMogul stopping in from PotLuck. I have hot music from Prime Meridian, Rita J, and a whole list of independent artists. Cause you know, here at SouthsideRadio.live, our concentration is to make the independent artists feel mainstream. And you can also keep us with the new independent hits by sending it to info@SouthsideRadio.live. That's whether you're a DJ, whatever genre of music you are. If you are hot, send it to info@SouthsideRadio.live and somebody will get back with you. Understand? But like I said, I got a hot show for you today. I ain't gonna keep you prolonging, but we're gonna get into one of my new favorite songs. It's called The Mood with Prime Meridian and you know Rashid Hadid. Let's go. Chicago, stand up. SouthsideRadio.live, the Low for Show. Look out.
I gotta keep it live every time that I pick up the mic. I gotta rise while I'm living my life. Look in the mirror like, hi D, this is your life. Numbers adding every year, gotta count them up right. Every day is unpredictable, rolling the dice. Will somebody hide their snake eyes? Focused on my life today, put me in sight. Give me my wings to take flight, if you know what I mean. And keep them rolled up tight.
The good groove, it got me in a good mood. Good weed, good crew, good scene, good view. Hood queens, goody two shoes. Goody gumdrop. We bring the good food, the couscous to one stop. Put out one drop of blood, not in the mood to hear them gunshots. Just because got other problems, economy funds drop. We ain't gotta make the fun stop. Trying to get the funds and money, so they come shot.
Here's the word, food. Catch us on YouTube. Yeah. Just like Nunu. We the new groove crew. Question who's you, dude. I'm big amongst blacks like Bruce, Daddy Woo Woo. But known amongst the Lucy Lou crew. Madam Polly Woo crew. Aboriginals down to unfoo-foo. So full of soulful like soul food. Such a good groove. Ooh, got me in the mood too.
I'm in the highly elevated just for staying up with the clouds. It's people like me tired of being zero to the ground. Mind in the lost and found. Gone insane, I got a flame that'll spark a new direction to my ways. It's people that went straight from the cradle to the grave. Or the living dead gone off of crack cocaine. Or would drink a pint of Jack just to take away the pain. And anything involving money is the only aim.
We here to make minimize, cause life's like a minute, right? But call me back later. I got 3 minutes nights. Spend my days trying to get it right. To get ahead, I'm living in the red. I done peaked my limit light. If tonight's the night, I'ma do it nice. Do it twice, double up on the bubble up. Call it twin hype, that's right. We do it like no other. And so fly, we got a flight confirmation number.
Ain't got one shot at life. So if life is what you make it, then why not make it nice? Shake the dice, whether cake the ice, let's play the price is right. I'm in the mood for love, let's go ahead and make the sacrifice. Here's a soothing hug, give it rub, take my advice. You gon' take back the night, gon' shake me from ice with a pen, I write. Heat quick, minute rice, beat niggas in at night. Deep dish, spinach, diced cheese shit. Now that's cheddar right there. You dig? Coffee. Oh.
The Low with Pam G.
Like you don't trust me. Every time I leave, you giving me the 3rd degree, like I'm going fuck, please. Black man, bunch of shit on my mind. Sometimes I just like to ride and get high. Turn the music up,
It's for a little while, trying to feel free, not feel like I'm stuck, not feel like fuck. Why these niggas playing with me? Knowing if I up with that bitch, ain't no understanding me. Guess that's why they branded me. Bad guy, yeah, that's what you call when you don't do what they like. Mind drifting in the black hole, dark as the night. Till my youngers run up and hug me, they bring a little light. A lot of fake shit looks solid when you angle it right. Come up short behind your mind game if your angle ain't right. Society ran my dog crazy, he ain't bathing, he ain't eating right. But that shit might be contagious, so I just wave him in flight. Sometimes I don't holler, ain't personal. If I last talk with love, the next talk gon' be love. If I last talk with blood, our next talk gon' be blood. If I ain't give a fuck then, I still don't give a fuck. Nigga, I got grown man problem. Like how to make my kids solid without them going through what I went through. Yeah, grown man problem. Like who the fucking big dog depend on if my health fall through. I see how they treat their elderly, hoping that ain't never me. I know I ain't no saint, but I don't deserve to lay in feces. It's crazy how that be, but I know I help more than I hurt. That ought to count for something eventually. Grown man problem. It's getting less about the check and more about who writing the check. I swear I got grown man problem. Now I'm more about the stacking and less about the flex. And finessing these harder so a nigga don't drag them through the mud. Have them thinking that's how they prove they love. Yeah, I go harder when it's good for politicians, pull a plug. I learned that's the secret to staying up and out the mud. Keep my business to myself, keep the public out my house. Put that bullshit on the shelf, I ain't looking for no problem. That beef shit played out unless we beefing by the dollar. And I don't want no nigga bitch, my bitch at home silent. You grown, man, gone, man. Hold that pole mouth and take me out my zone, man. Intended purpose more important than the name brand, but the fame ain't more important than the bag. Never have. Nigga, I got grown man problem. Like how to make my kids solid without them going through what I went through. Yeah, grown man problem. Like who the fucking big dog depend on if my health fall through. I see how they treat their elderly, hoping that ain't never me. I know I ain't no saint, but I don't deserve to lay in feces. It's crazy how that be, but I know I help more than I hurt. That ought to count for something eventually. Grown man problem. It's getting less about the check and more about who writing the check. I swear I got grown man problem. Now I'm more about the stacking and less about the flex. Flexing ain't important no grown man problem. Look, she jugging at me. Yeah, I know. I'm ignored though. The last time I flashed out, she ain't let me see my churn for about 6 months. So fuck it. Grown man problem. Like I try to help them niggas. Now they sit around and talk about me, cause they know they'll never be me. I make this shit look too easy. Fuck them little boys. I got grown man problem. My family say I think my churn better than theirs, cause I don't bring them around. Grown man problem. Need motherfuckers to take over camp life entertainment. Take this shit to the next, nigga. Shit y'all got going on, don't mix. I don't understand grown man problem.
What's good? It's your girl Pam G, and this is The Low for Show. Southside Radio.live, WSSR Chicago, man. I was on Instagram the other day, man, and I came across this feed, and it was called it's a potluck. I'm not gonna get to it. I'm gonna let MegantheMogul describe what the potluck is to you guys, cause like I need to be part of this club. If people know, you know your girl, how I gets down. And 420 coming up, you know what I'm saying? MegantheMogul, what's happening?
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm the owner, founder of PotLuck Crew, and I'm excited to be here to share, a little bit more about what we're about, how we got started.
Definitely. So tell me, how did you guys get started with this?
So about 3 years ago, I've been smoking weed maybe for about 9 years or so. I'm fairly new in comparison to the OGs, but I'm an event planner by trade. So when I first got into the industry, I used to go to cannabis events a lot in New York City in the underground scene, a few in LA here or there, and the scene was just pretty whack to me, to be honest. It was a lot of events thrown by men, so the women were kind of like the bud of the event, you have to come dressed up, or women wear short shorts or things like that, so that they could just get in. So I figured that it was cool. We started off really small, and we started doing cannabis events geared to women. So, you know, we would do dinners and paint nights. We had an event where we had got manis and petties and things like that. Just creating it so that women have a safe space to smoke, to learn about smoke, because a lot of women, you know, sometimes they smoke, but you know, not out in the open, or they don't tell people, or maybe they don't know how to roll. So we created an opportunity or a space for women, black women especially, to have a place to learn about cannabis, as well as, you know, our 3 prongs are education, empowerment, and entertainment. So we try to do all 3 of those things when someone is in our club.
Okay, and your club is based on the West Coast, right?
Yeah, so we're expanding all throughout America. Actually, we started in New York. Right now, I'm in Las Vegas, and we also have a PotLuck Crew in LA and California, specifically, but LA and a few parts of Southern California. We have some people out there.
I actually I was just in Vegas.
Yeah, man. Well, we missed out. But when you come back, we're always here. We do munch. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff, and we basically transformed our business from like an open public where we used to just throw private events and people who were members got access to those. So now we do a lot of private things due to COVID. So we used to have like a Munchies crawl, which is a food crawl that we went on, where we would rent a Sprinter, you know, and go to different black-owned restaurants to smoke and to eat in between. We do that still, but people book it out for their birthdays or just like in a private experience. So when they come to Vegas, or if they come to LA, or even if they're in New York and they're like, yo, like I want to see what the good foods are, and I also want to, you know, find some good flour, we could do both.
Okay, like I seen these little boxes that was on your Instagram. What's those boxes about?
So we have subscription boxes, absolutely. So recently I told you we had to transform from just being events. So we're doing subscription boxes, and those we're actually legally doing in California right now. We just got a deal with the licensed dispensary to be able to produce those legally in California. But we work with Black and brown businesses, or sometimes creating our own product to get people like testers or samples of either edibles if they're in the legal market, or just like ancillary products, whether that be papers or roll-in trays or just different things that we can include in our boxes. And those go out monthly. They always have a theme.
Okay.
Last month for February was our love box, so we had candle melts in there, some infused lube, red velvet, Hershey's, and all types of things you can expect from us.
Infused lube, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just thinking in my head like, okay, infused lube.
No, infused lube is definitely a conversation starter, and it's dope. Some women have a hard time like in the bedroom in terms of just like arousal, or maybe just like orgasms, and cannabis and THC, as you know, is a very medicinal. A lot of people use it for recreational use, but it's a medicine, and it helps mostly women because we have a larger cannabinoid system. So parts of our bodies and stuff take to cannabis and CBD a little bit more.
I was telling somebody that, but they didn't believe me. I'm happy you just...
Yeah, they gonna find out.
Man, my tolerance is ridiculous.
In comparison to men sometimes too. Like some of my friends smoke a lot, but more often than not, like my female friends could get higher than my male friends. And I think it's based on the cannabinoid system.
Hey, we're going to talk more about them cannabinoids. Hey, y'all keep it locked. SouthsideRadio.live. I got MegantheMogul on the line with me. We'll be right back.
Trying to get up to come down. Got to play a shit by the pound. The gold with the lax and the crown. Make it where them hoes come around. Trying to get up to come down. Booming like a sub underground. The whole city here is surround. We all on the get up to come down. Back at it one more game, cranking my motor, revving my engine, chilling the AC till it's colder than a breeze in Alaska. Sunshine like the winter time just passed us. Watching for laws and jaggers, cause this shit here too clean to be taken. I keep it tucked off in my clothes, you'll never catch me out your bucket naked. Fresh draws, them dead stock J's for the casket. Pressing up on these bastards that owe me and I got to have it. Wake up and cake up cause it's only right. Soon as the sun go down, the freaks come out and they gon' dress in some type. I'm trying to dig deep, ginger ale and Hennessy to keep me in the zone all night long till the clock strikes 12. One more then I'm out of the front door on a mission Inflation like a Waffle House cook for the 247. Man, I'm just trying to get paid and make it where these motherfuckers hate. I got up to come down.
Trying to get up to come down. Got to play a shit by the pound. The gold with the lax and the crown. Make it where them hoes come around. Trying to get up to come down. Booming like a sub underground. The whole city here is around. We all on the get up to come down.
This for them players in those gator belts. Getting cheese like Patty Milk. Serving up game like help yourself. Refereeing, calling plays on the sidelines. Super the bowl, diamonds and gold. Won a ring like 5 times. I remember wanna be that cause I sing. Don't ever tell a hoe you love a hoe if you don't mean. Unless it's about that paper. Got that from a player pill that said it's work to be a B.I. easy or to be a Sam. Put it in motion, roller coaster. Beat the focus up, but go get her. If you flip it once and get it, it's for sure figures. If you ain't eating with your squad, use a whole nigga. That's from the heart. Never pump Kool-Aid when we on a mission. That's 24/7 like a waffle cook in a Waffle House kitchen. Man, I'm just trying to get paid and make it where these motherfuckers hate. I got up to come down.
Trying to get up to come down. Got to play a shit by the pound. The gold with the lax and the crown. Make it where them hoes come around. Trying to get up to come down. Booming like a sub underground. The whole city here is around.
I got you, homie.
We all on the get up to come down.
Here's a little story that must be told. A wild young nigga off a Calverton Road. I was raised in Kings Ridge where it wasn't no rules. Robbing niggas for they starter jackets and shoes. Yeah, I've done some real things. Family full of fiends. 40 ounce of Old English and some Newport King. Went from a pocket full of pieces and 74 caprices to a Benz and a Brib and Buckhead. Thank you, Jesus. Boy, I'm sweet James Jones when I'm whipping the Bereans. A rollie on my wrist and a super bad bitch. You know it's outside, you can tell by the color. Get a good look, cause there'll never be another. Foes, 100 foes, what you expect? And trust me, money can't buy you that respect. Gotta pull it out of love and get it out the mud. And it'll come round or get out the way. I'm coming down.
Trying to get up to come down.
Y'all play a worldwide third coast all day. Mississippi, we're connected everywhere, man. Forever and a day. Forever, however, forever anyway. You know how it be, man, when you all the way down in the game underground. When you come up out that thing, man, and people can't stand you, man. They can't get with it, man, because they don't realize what it took to get to that place where forever is a mighty long time. And all that time you was doing it big. It's mighty good. Forever is, forever was, and forever we will be. More time to the motherfucking sun, die. K-R-I-T, can't remember in time. Believe that, though. So as the beat keep rolling on, the snare keep hitting and that 808 keep going on, and that bass line keep being filled and slashed.
Yo, what's happening? This your boy Urban Mystic.
This your girl Camille Madison.
It's your main man Stacks from 305.
Kicking it with my girl Pam G on the low.
It was my girl. It was my girl. It was my girl. Pam G on the low.
My girl Pam.
Straight out of Chi-Town.
It was my Chicago natives, man. Stand up in the shot.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever make me leave. Yeah. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Ooh,
Peace and love, everybody. It's your girl, Eva Davenport, and you're listening to On the Low with Pam G.
Wake up, baby girl, it's almost noon. You've been lying there stressing about a pain that ain't yours to prove, right? So yeah, throw the blankets on the floor, stretch your body, sore, pick your head and neck and back up, both feet on the floor, stand up tall and straight, dive into your day, cry or smile if you need, but you gon' be okay. Life is full of ups and downs, don't let nothing bring you underground. You built to handle it, still handle it, yeah, manage it, still handle it. You may be feeling out of place, remember you control your own headspace. You built to handle it, still handle it, you manage it, oh handle it. Don't quit, stand up, been foolish trying to win a war, oh yeah. That's only happening in your head, cause no one around knows what you're fighting for, yeah. Said you could sit and write a song, schedule your day, move on, set yourself up for success. I know you're brilliant and strong. Treat your body right, healthy meals and sleep at night. Focus on heart, mind, and soul, and you gon' be alright. Life is full of ups and downs, don't let nothing bring you underground. You built to handle it, say handle it, yeah, manage it, oh handle it. You may be feeling out of place, remember you control your own headspace. You built to handle it, so handle it, say manage it, oh handle it.
Baby girl, you know what life you're given. Can't choose your cause and can't write what isn't. Dangling in the stars, but see you like dismissing. Take a break and pause and have right intentions. You're emotional, you made the right decision. Keep your focus, you'll go ahead and write your vision. Know a moment you'll feel like your life is ending. Take control and those will be a slight remembrance. Travel to a point when you don't even see nobody. You could do it on your own and you don't even need a problem. Everything becomes a blur, so just relax and free your body. Always put yourself first and tell the weak they need a hobby. You can make them a believer, Ollie, and defeat the foggy thoughts that's running through your brain and change the outcome even partly. Life gets hard, but you manage it, and when it gets off track, you can handle it.
Life is full of ups and downs, don't let nothing bring you underground. You built to handle it, so handle it,
gotta handle it,
to manage it, oh handle it. You may be feeling out of place, remember you control your own headspace. You built to handle it, say handle it,
gotta handle it,
yeah, manage it, oh handle it,
handle it.
Yo, man, I'm still hanging out with my girl, MegantheMogul, man. She giving me this knowledge. When we left off, we was talking about cannabinoids. Can you please explain to new smokers, novice smokers, recreational smokers that's just getting started what that is?
Yeah, so cannabinoids are just components of a cannabis or CBD or hemp plant. So cannabinoids are, if you break them down, they're just glands, THC and CBD. So sometimes people will hear about CBD and they'll know that like CBD won't get you high, but there are CBDs and component of CBDs that are exactly the same as cannabis, except it doesn't have THC. And THC is the component of the hemp plant that gets you high. So some people use CBD for all the other products, like you can smoke CBD, you can have a tincture CBD, and it'll have all the medical benefits, but it won't have the THC that gets you high. And that's what people are using these days, THC.
Okay, when cooking with the with CBD versus the THC, what do you feel like people prefer the most?
In terms of cooking, I think that a lot of people any real chef would probably do a blend or a balance, because you can't necessarily just blend or just mix THC all the time. I feel like you'll probably be too high, especially if you're trying to enjoy a dinner. So a lot of our products that we use in our cultivated dinners are 1-to-1s, which are products that are mixed with both CBD and THC. So that could give you the balance effect and not too much of a high, but you'll also get like the calming effects and the good tasting food without the
overpowering of
the overpowering high, especially if you go to like we have 5-course dinners sometimes, and if everything was infused 100% with THC, you probably couldn't make it past the main course. So we like to do 1-to-1s, which are really helpful, and then you can microdose those, and microdosing is when you're trying out an edible or something THC for the first time, and you take small components of it to see. Some people use it to see how much of a tolerance they could get, but also to spread out, like to even out the high. If you eat a whole cookie and then you like slump for the whole day, that's a waste of a day, and a waste of a cookie. So sometimes people like microdose with tinctures or drops, or they'll take a piece of a cookie, and that'll last them. And then when they're not as high anymore, they'll take another piece, so that they're not just super high as soon as they eat the whole cookies. That's one of my tips.
I go all in. I'm just like, I always tell people that's not used to edibles and things like that, just eat like a quarter of it, wait like 15-20 minutes, then see if you need to eat some more.
I would even say wait 30, because sometimes they hit you crazy. Like one time I ate an edible, and then I didn't think it worked, and then I went to go smoke, and then the edible kicked in, and it was like, okay, I'm on a planet with the giraffes and all that. So you definitely want to make sure that you microdose, because everyone's edibles are different, especially unless you're like in a legal market. Everyone's edibles are different, so you never really know how much THC is in a product, or how much you could take.
Definitely. Like the average dose is what, like 10 milligrams or something like that?
Yeah, I think in the legal market they can only give 10 grams per piece, 10 milligrams per piece, and that's considered like a micro dose, if you will. And those are fine. And then you just take one, you see how it makes you feel in 30 minutes, you take another. Instead of eating like a whole chocolate bar, that's 1,000 milligrams. But yeah, my favorite thing now has been getting into terpenes. I know terpenes is another educational part of cannabis, but a lot of people just know about cannabis in terms of indica, sativa, or hybrid.
Right.
But cannabis, that's like a very basic level of cannabis, because before they weren't allowed to do tests, because weed was illegal, so they didn't test for certain things. But cannabis has these things called terpenes, and when you find out which terpenes you like, then it's easier to decide, which weed you should get, because especially in the legal industries, terpenes are listed on the packaging when you get it. Okay. So definitely look out for that. I would encourage everybody to follow PotLuck Crew. We're going to start doing some more educational content, like, teaching people how to roll, what terpenes are, microdosing, just different things like that.
Definitely. Hey, get your education. You want to have that knowledge about what you're smoking and what you're ingesting into your body, people. So definitely, y'all definitely check them out on that. We're going to be right back with Megan the Mogul, y'all. Y'all keep it locked. SouthsideRadio.live, WSSR, and this is The Loafer Show.
Yeah. Get just a Sundays, ain't gonna waste no time. Look, a lot of folk jocking, this be rocking. Southwest race, G-Mo still popping, the blaze still chopping, the babe still bopping. The rap game look like the new slave ice. Can I get the what? Can I get the who? I flow for the trick, happy rapping jigaboos. And those that be itching to clap at the biggest cool. Pull back a SMG, but don't work at the ticket booth. Look, no movie, real raps in my iTunes, no Uzi. Low key, fat, fine, but she pose goofy. I keep flow raw, but it's no sushi. Boy, I'm on, wipe me down like the old boosie. Yeah, shoulder chest, pants, shoes. Shout out to him, he the coldest with the dance moves. Try love, try God, and you can't lose. But try me, and I'ma show you what your hands do. Yeah. Young Journey hit me up, say she moving down. Used to ride Metro, but I'm booming now. I only rap to keep the ratio of cooning down. Don't sleep on me, I got no chill. Every beat I'm on, road kill. God bless me with cheese like roadtail, cause I ride this coattail. Most my partners still make those sales, and they be like, oh well, ride so much ice it look like snow fell. And they move it wholesale, go tell. It on the mountain, it's weak word to the people pronouncing. My last name making like it's a fountain. Consonants when they making the announcements, I'm tired of it. Stop it. I do God's work, I'm philanthropic. I keep my bed glistening like a prophet. And hell, if I ain't the plug, then I'm the sidekick. I swear, the whole hood got my back like a chiropractor. Cause every bar I get it popping like a firecracker. I'm trying to go from Genesis to the final chapter. So whenever the trumpet blow, I survive the rapture. Yeah. You catch me hang gliding on clouds. Screaming out, no diggity, no doubt. Elohim next to me looking Hennessy brown. We both jigging. So I'm married to the game, I elope different. Used to dream about the slab with the foes tipping. Back with Twister and do or die, heavy pole pimping. Every bar guava, you can see the flow dripping. Yeah, don't touch my drip, let it marinate. I swear I'm good in every hood like a pair of J's. It's the reason every check I'm on a defecate. Prayer line 5:30 just to meditate. Me and Fat got it popping on our wedding day. I swear I rap for every Pablo and Hoover trying to maneuver around a barricade at the pearly gate. Let us sin, every rest need a rest haven. Keep it moving, never worry about the steps taken. I give middle fingers to Satan, wrestling with God, demanding every ounce of favor he used to bless Jacob. I'm gone. Kid, yeah.
Peace and love. It's Rita J, and you're listening to The Low with Pam G.
Have no regrets, keep my mind set, keep my goals met, focus yet, lose my way, get off into some dumb shit. Sometimes I gotta refine and grind fine. Perspective with the eagle eye, another angle I'ma try. Don't examine how I get by, do mine. Run the city and I'm too fly. Balance cipher, I ground my faith in most high. Powers that be, go beyond infinity. Learn to live and keep it moving. Continuous improving. They using creativity, let's ruling in 9 to 5 and surviving off amenities and worldwide communities. Child, please, I'm handling this for folks rambling shit. Only be sorry someday if I'm choosing the way of evil causing dismay. Lose sight, running away, or ain't got nothing to say. With joy, put on delay to consequences.
Don't be stuck in the groove, just be ready to move. Party people get together, show me what you can do. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, Rita J, move. From the bottom of the bottom to the top of the top. Rita J gon' make the joint pop. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, move.
Never let what they said keep me down, stay ahead. Never let what they do keep me quiet to improve. Moving you, don't deny it. My motion like a riot. Persistent hate and violence. Rebel against the silence. Yep, they should have kept their mouth shut. Cause my rhymes run amok. My spirit hit them up. Now they running with the fuck. Always prevail. Got up when I fail. Near performances. Sell myself. I'm doing it well. And telling no compromise. So what surprise? Do they advise me to close my eyes? Play puppet and type the guys. Video life lies. Stuff it up under the sad cry. Stuck it inside. Watch my demise. For bucks pride. Duck it. Stay out of the way until I'm wrinkled and gray. Kick the bucket. I'm safe. And they be sorry someday to try to play Rita J. Yet to approach my heyday. Delivery staying. They still
be stuck in the groove. Just be ready to move. Party people get together. Show me what you can do. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. From the bottom of the bottom to the top of the top. Rita J gon' make the joint pop. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, move. Rita J, move.
Right now, we just do events, so the most I'm trying to do is probably get a consumption lounge. But other than that, we host events and we don't sell cannabis. Like, so people bring their own cannabis. It's kind of like that's the way we phrase it for the most part. So people bring their own. We can provide experiences. Okay. So that's different from being in the cannabis industry. But we recently partnered with a licensed distributor in California. So now we could legally, so PotLuck Crew can legally sell weed in California. So we don't have the license, but we partner with someone who does. So it's the same thing for us.
So
I just didn't have to pay the $15,000.
Yeah, that's getting into this is it's a hard go in Chicago. Like the licenses, they did like a what did they call it? Well, when they put in that when you applied for the licensing up here, out of all the licensings that was approved, we didn't have not one black person get a license.
No way.
Yeah, man. It was a whole thing. So, but I will say, right now we just had our first black-owned CBD cafe open up in Chicago. So that's a positive.
Start, yeah.
It's a start, but I feel like I don't think they're gonna like do too much with it until they can get it done on more on a federal level, because it's just hard because it's still illegally federally.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But once it becomes federally legal, then which it will probably soon.
Yeah.
There's nothing that they could do about it.
Like, as far as, like, experiences out in Cali, like, from what I've heard, they got, like, lounges where you can just smoke and just chill and eat and do all that good stuff out there?
Yeah, for the most part, I mean, they're more strict on, like, you can't just be selling weed, I guess. Like, if you had an event and they came in there and you were selling weed, that is be something that get you in trouble. But, like, just people smoking and you're the one who had the event, or it's your space, or it's a public space, like, people have been more lenient with that.
So it's rules and regulations to this. You gotta make sure you learn your rules and regulations per state.
Yeah.
So in the past, you've done the dinners. Have you? What else have you done besides the dinners?
So we have a few branded events. So we do a pizza party, which is a music showcase for artists, where every artist gets to perform, and it's a 420 family space, but also it's a pizza party. So there's lots of pizza. The pizza is infused. We had like infused garlic knots and stuff like that. It was a really cool experience. We also do our Munchies Crawl in 3 states right now, which is our food crawl on wheels, if you say the least. And we kind of go to different places and smoke in between them, and then we just go support Black-owned businesses or just really cool restaurants. So that's a food crawl that we do. We also have a sex-themed event called Sativa Sexy, and it's a sex empowerment party. So we work with and the last event we worked with the dominatrix and had a sex dungeon, but just teaching people the benefits of using cannabis during sex, but also just safe and healthy sex practice.
Okay. Hold up, wait a minute. What are the benefits of using cannabis during sex? Inform me.
Yeah, so from what I've learned and from my own research, it increases your libido. I think that's how you say it. And to me, it increases your senses and your touches. Like when you smoke, things taste better, food tastes better. But touch and your body becomes more sensitive. So therefore, sex is also.
That's even more reasons to smoke, y'all.
Yeah. So
hey, it's a win-win all around the board when you're messing with it. No matter how you do it, if you smoke it, if you ingest it. Hey, just make sure you know what you're doing. Hey, this is SouthsideRadio.live. It's your girl Pam G, and we'll be right back with Megan the Mogul.
You think that you're such a player? I see just what you are made of. I'm not that easy. You should know treason. Make me believe it. Boy, I gotta see it. Think that you got it like that. I'm supposed to react to everything that you saying. Since you got it like that, you say it's been wrecked. Boy, you better be paying. I'm just saying that you can save it. Yeah, 'cause you can't afford my love. Yeah. From the block to the top, know they finna flop. Taking shots, it's a rock, walking with a knot. Independent, I might just leave him offended. I spin him when he's spinning, and I won't miss him when I finish. And it's pimps in the venue, shrimps on the menu. Where the thugs at, throw your sets up if it's seen you. All the Xana on me, you never know what I've been through. I see you when you're rental, call me when you official. He say you got a smart mouth and a mean walk. I say you got a big wallet, blow some G's off. My ladies with their own bag, yeah, I see y'all. You a needy bitch, no, I wouldn't wanna be y'all. Too many niggas that come at me on the daily. Say let's get dinner, but pockets limited shady. Just 'cause I flirt with you, that don't mean you can date me. I might like him, but can never be his lady. Yeah. You think that you're such a player? I see just what you are made of. I'm not that easy. You should know treason. Make me believe it. Boy, I gotta see it. Think that you got it like that. I'm supposed to react to everything that you saying. Since you got it like that, you say it's been wrecked. Boy, you better be paying. I'm just saying afford my love.
I think I can know for real. I said, ooh, is you knowledge proof? Is you dumb or something? No, really, girl, what you move? Hey, yeah. You ain't sour, you ain't sweet. I beat down blocks and beat down freaks and sheets. Laminating your sheets into your lower crevice and wrestle it straight to sleep. Ooh, hit it like a champion. Ooh, hashtag MCM none. Ooh, shawty, I'm the best dressed. Got that type of sex, turn your man to your best friend.
You think that you're such a player?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
I see just what you are made of. I'm not that easy. You should know Dreezy. Make me believe it. Boy, I gotta see it. Ain't cause you got it like that, I'm supposed to react to everything that you saying. Since you got it like that, you say it's been racks, and boy, you better be paying. I'm just saying that you can save it. Yeah, cause you can't afford my love. I told him, hold up, back up like you barking. Light skin or dark skin, don't stop me while I'm sparking. I might look expensive, but I'm never up for bargain. And I'm looking for a shot, call it like he bartend. You wouldn't know a lady if she was in front of you. That's why you always end up with a chick that's under you. That's why I make you grab 1 or 2 drinks. I get them before you blink, then cut them off like a summer do. Yeah, and I swear I got them too mad. That baby all up on my line like why you do that? You can't impress me with no money, thought you knew that. Niggas only going for the wave like a do-rag. Too many people, they come at me on a daily. He take you home and you find out he got a baby. Just cause I flirt with you, that don't mean you can date me. I might like him, but can never be his lady. Yeah. You think that you're such a player? I see just what you are made of. I'm not that easy. You should know Dreezy. Make me believe it. Boy, I gotta see it. Ain't cause you got it like that, I'm supposed to react to everything that you saying. Since you got it like that, you say it's been racks, and boy, you better be paying. I'm just saying that you can save it. Yeah, cause you can't afford my love. My love. My love. Not my love. No, not my love.
You're listening to The Low with Pam G.
I said
if it's peer pressure or not, but a lot of people just don't even know about the benefits of cannabis. And one of my friends, you know, she has like fibromyalgia, just like really like body pains and period pains and things like that. And she wasn't a smoker. And then her boyfriend eventually got her into smoking. And then she texted me one night and was like, yo, you was right. Like, yo, weed is this and weed is that. And I had sex when I was high. And I'm like, I told you, I've been trying to tell you for years, you ain't listen. So it's always good when women get to find the power that cannabis has, or how it helps.
It definitely helps. Like, honestly, I felt like if more women smoke when it's that time of the month, the pain wouldn't be as much, the attitudes wouldn't be as much. You'll be more balanced. You'll be more like, man, you'll be on some chill shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a medicine. I use it all the time. They have balms, tinctures. Like, it doesn't completely eliminate it. You know, some people have really hard cramp pains, but for the most part, it's definitely, you know, relaxing and to get you in the right mindset, especially if you're smoking the right thing, you know.
Yeah. See, like, I used to have real bad, before I had my hysterectomy, I used to have real bad menstruals. So when I first got involved in it, I was just smoking it, and then somebody told me about ingesting it. They was like, well, maybe if you ingest it, it'll help with your cramps better versus just smoking it. And lo and behold, once I started doing the ingesting with the smoking, it balanced out the pain enough for me to make it through my day-to-day life. Because I remember just being like in the bathroom, balled up in a ball, not being able to stand up because it was hurting so bad.
So much pain. You be in the shower in hot water.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
All that. That used to drive me crazy, but I was able to cope with those two mechanisms, with the ingestion and the smoking. But after that, I just had to went ahead and have my little surgery, and then I'm cool with that now. But I still smoke and ingest, and I be just totally fine with that. Even people like to call me a pothead and things like that. And I just feel like, why? I mean, if you tried it,
yeah, it's a lot of speculation, most of it, and it's due to good marketing from the government and the drug powers that be. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's propaganda.
Because cannabis was definitely used as medicine. When you go back to the 1800s, like cannabis or marijuana was in almost everything. Stuff in your stomach. When they were doing surgeries in hospitals, the stitchings was made from hemp. People's clothes was made from hemp. Like, so it's just because of the marketing, and especially when you talk to somebody who was born in the 60s or the 70s, like when my grandmother, you know, talks about cannabis, she's like, you know, dope, or goddamn, they'll call people crackheads or stuff like that. They be like, yo, you smoke so much, you like a crackhead. And it's like, it's not the same.
That is way off base. Definitely.
Yeah, but because they're not familiar or because of what they were taught, it's scary. It's like, oh shoot, they in there doing drugs, I'm gonna get addicted. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna act. And it's like,
yeah, they always say that cannabis, hemp, weed, whatever you want to call it, is a gateway drug to harder drugs.
Absolutely not. What? I've never wanted to try another drug.
See,
I mean, the only thing I tried was psychedelics. A lot of people are getting into psychedelics, like shrooms.
Yeah, magic mushroom.
But it's the same. It's opening up the same part of your brain, so that's why people are into those. But I've never heard of somebody who started with weed wanting to do like crack or heroin or coke or like. I don't think it works like that.
Yeah, I don't think it worked like that too. And like I said, that's all with the programming and the propaganda that people put out there, what the government put out there with this war on drugs that ain't solved shit. So
at all. But, and now they're millionaires out here.
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty much what I want to work towards, and I want to help do, is kind of, as we get on and as we get opportunities, create opportunities for brown people and black and brown women as well. Next month, for April, we're raising money for the prison project.
Okay. What's that about?
The prison project is a nonprofit that raises money for low offense crimes. Okay. And they basically help people who are in jail for low offense drug crimes get off, or help see their family, or just do visits, or whatever the case may be. But we want to support them because we think that it's crazy. It's called the Last Prisoners Project, and that's the nonprofit that we're raising money for in April with our t-shirt sales. But it's just important that, you know, that there's a lot of people out here who are millionaires, and there are people in jail who was doing what they were doing way before them, you know, who are in jail for 50 years for the same thing that even I'm able to do right now. So I think that it's important that we acknowledge that, and the people who are in prison before we legalize anything, we get those people out, and we get those people access to the cannabis industry that's around now. And I feel like both have to happen. You can't just take people out of prison and let them keep their records, and then they can't even get a license if they wanted it, you know?
Well, like I said, that's what they're doing. I will give a little props to the state attorney, Kim Foxx, because she did, after they legalized marijuana in Illinois, they did let people out with the lower offense people out. As far as like helping them out with licensing and things like that, like I said, they don't give black people licensing. I mean, something's gonna have to give with that, because we're not gonna stop trying to get those. But she did let some people out that were picked up for marijuana charges. So big blessings to that. But yeah, I definitely feel that people need to be out, especially with the legalization of it in a lot of the states now.
There's people in California in jail for selling weed.
That's crazy.
When there's dispensaries on every corner.
That's crazy.
It just makes no sense. So,
because you're taking a couple of dollars out their pocket. They want all them tax revenues off of everything. Yeah. That's what it boils down to. It's that money aspect.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're standing for on both sides, you know, empowering women, but also helping whenever we can, or just acknowledging our privilege to be able to do something like this, you know, because there was probably a PotLuck Crew way before there was a PotLuck Crew, but maybe that person, you know, is in jail or something like that, you know, and that's important to remember. And I think that with great success comes great responsibility. So that's what we'll be doing next month, to raise money with our t-shirt sales, and then also just like continuing to do projects like this as we get bigger or grow.
Okay, that's what's up. MegantheMogul, how can people get a hold of you and learn more about the PotLuck Crew?
Absolutely. So you can follow us on Instagram at PotLuck Crew on Instagram, PotLuck Crew on Twitter. We have a YouTube channel that we have not got up and running yet, but we're still looking for content creators. So if that's you, definitely tap in. Or my personal Instagram, MegantheMogul. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We have a website, potluckcrew.com, so you can check that out, get you some merch, become a member, so you can get access to, you know, the different things we got going on in different cities, as well as possibly a subscription box. So
heck, that's what it do. PotLuck Crew in the building, y'all. Hey, happy 420 too. Let's go. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be an epic one.
Hey, for sure. It's your girl Pam G. This is the Low for Show, and this is SouthsideRadio.live.
I put the Pam in the boom boom, make the lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his Pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
I put the Pam in the boom boom, make the lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his Pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
Your boy's so nasty, yeah, but classy. It's to get a chick hook quick, yeah, that's me. If you want a night to remember, baby, just call me. Mr. Everything go hard like a Harley. Other rappers can't do it like me, not Harley. Like a boy game, me sorry. I'm the PS3, they're Atari. Wild like Safari. I can get you high like you puffing on that Marley. Commander in chief, yeah, bring it like an army. Let's get it on, let's do it to some more. You ain't got no idea, girl, what you do to me. This is love lockdown, you the lock, I'm the key. If I'm the head chef, gotta be the recipe, bringing out the best of me. Girl, ain't no testing me. Flow pornographic, yeah, that's my specialty. Get smart and invest in me. Now freeze.
I put the Pam in the boom boom, make the lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his Pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
I put the Pam in the boom boom, make the lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his Pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
If you're a freak, mommy, you know a girl, let me see, do some.
Do some. Do some. Do some.
If you're a freak, mommy, you know a girl, let me see, do some.
Do some.
Do some.
Do some.
If you're a freak, mommy, you know a girl, let me see, do some.
Do some.
Do some.
Do some.
If you're a freak, mommy, you know a girl, let me see, do some.
Do some.
Do some.
Do some.
Now freeze.
I put
the pam in the boom boom, make a lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
I put the pam in the boom boom, make a lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
Get it fast and slow, just let a nigga know. I'm a freak the way she get it on the damn floor. And she got me amped up, tryna hit it on the floor. Midwest pimpin' over here, yeah, I love to go. Work it like you on a pole, let me see it show. We make it rain over here, you know how it go. She said, I know you're not bust up, but give me more. And you know I get it in, so I gave her more. Don't show all this straight coming through the door. Girl, I'm a fucking pro, act like you know. Girl, ain't no secrets, dope ain't no secrets. The way you move this body, got a nigga seasick. Now I'm feeling so sick, damn, I'm so sick. I'm about to put the hammer down, I'm too legit to quit. Oh yeah, damn, I'm so sick. I'm about to put the hammer down, I'm too legit to quit. I freeze.
I put the pam in the boom boom, make a lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
I put the pam in the boom boom, make a lady say ooh. Ain't that what a real nigga do?
I put the boom on his pam, then I make him say damn. Ain't that what a real chick do?
I freeze.
Yeah, that was Mr. Everything on SouthsideRadio.live. This is The Low for Show, and I'm your girl, Pam G. What you heard was Pam. You know I like that song just because my name is in it. You know what it is. Hey, man, I want to take the time out to thank MegantheMogul from PotLuck Crew for stopping in and letting me know about her venture, her club, her crew, and how they get down. If you need more information, make sure you go visit them on the website at PotLuckCrew.com. Make sure you guys tune in Friday where you catch me with The Low for Show. That's right, you can catch me here every Wednesday and Friday. Wednesdays is going to be all the hot interviews, and Friday is going to be more like a party feel. We're going to keep the hits coming unless somebody decides to stop in on your girl. You understand? But next week Wednesday, which will be the 13th, I got my man Black representing Texas, Dallas, Texas in the building. You understand? But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you with this two-tone Chevy. Black, stand up. I can't wait to holler at your boy. This is SouthsideRadio.live. Independent artists, make sure you keep sending in that hot music at info@SouthsideRadio.live. You guys can always catch me on my Instagram at The Low for Show. And that's also YouTube too. Follow me on Clubhouse at therealpamgreer. We gonna get it cracking. Let's get these rooms popping, y'all. Y'all know where to find me. Until then, I'll see y'all on Friday, people. Later.
Hey, this Black one more time, we gon' take y'all niggas back down south, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Bun B, R.I.P. Pimp C. Yeah, we finna do this for the south, nigga. Pull up, hey. Two-tone Chevy, engine still raving, money falling from the ceiling. It look like confetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. Hey, two-tone Chevy, engine still raving, money falling from the ceiling. It look like confetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. Candy paint on chrome wheels, do rag with the gold grills. Nigga be mad cause I'm taking it back. Switch house records, I bang in the lane. No fake shit, all I spit is the facts. Fuck nigga hating, he better relax. I got some shotters that bang in the back. Shit gon' go dark when it off at the black. Double cut shotty, I'm gonna they yak. I got some homies and they flipping packs. Body and chop cause I'm ready to retract. Ain't got a flex, boy, I got it like that. Keep a couple hoes, boy, you know what I'm make. Left over at the crib, now I gotta go back. Nigga can't touch one lyrically, Nigga can't touch one lyrically, in that two-tone Chevy. Engine still raving, money falling from the ceiling. It look like confetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. Ay, two-tone Chevy, engine still raving, money falling from the ceiling. It look like confetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti. Nigga feel like Big Crit, Mr. Big Mo. I'm ballin' hard like I'm 6'4", grabbing wood grain. I'ma drive slow as a Texas artist. I'm top 4. Look who creepin', look who crawlin', look who all up in the mix. It's that 5'6", young nigga Black, and he probably with your bitch. I remember we was playing on Nintendo. Now my niggas rollin' endo. And if it's beef, then we hit the streets and we dumpin' out the window. But back then, hoes didn't want me. Now hot hoes all on me. Some friends, but some phony. I'm a real nigga, but you can't clone me. That two-tone Chevy, engine still raving, money falling from the ceiling. It look like confetti. If a nigga want some beef, he get twisted like spaghetti.
Hold up.
Hey, Triple D in the building, man. You already know where to go down. Young Black in the building. Two-tone Chevy. You know what I'm saying? It's a real player shit. Player to player, pimp to pimp. Baby girl, you can't hop in the wheel unless you trying to fucking suck something. Like, this ain't no old lollygag, lollipop, hold your head, talk to you all night. Baby girl, we ain't about that, okay? You gotta hop in the Chevy and be bout something, okay? Got some paper. Shit, we might even have you out here on these streets getting this bread with it. But baby girl, if you don't bring nothing to the table, we can't have you here. Player to player, pimp to pimp. Bitch, you ain't got goals. What's your goals? Okay, now let me put you on something right now. Okay, I got 5 to get you 10, 7 to get you 9. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I told you something. Now we're gonna go out there and get it together, okay? We can't get it together if you ain't listening. Baby girl, you gotta listen. Player to player, pimp to pimp. Bad bitches only hop in the whip, okay? You subpar hoes, you hoes is 5 to 7, you can't get in the car, okay? You gotta ride in the back seat, alright? The trunk. Yeah, you can't hop in the front. God damn it, what's wrong with you? You look like a beat a bitch, not a build a bitch.
The Low
with Pam G.